Recently, I've seen a lot of people on websites like Reddit complaining that their Oculus Quest is losing Wi-Fi connection constantly and every 10 to 15 minutes, and then they'll have to reset their Wi-Fi or wait another couple minutes until the Wi-Fi comes back in. Now, I'm gonna right now provide a really easy solution for this, so let's begin. So let's talk about the problem and why and how we can fix that. So every single router has this thing called an SSID, which is a network where you can have all of your networks, like your 2.4 gigahertz network and your 5 gigahertz network, and usually they're separate. So in a lot of different routers, it can say like network 2.4 gigahertz, and in some it will say network 5 gigahertz, and you can then connect to each of those. But there's also some routers, especially things like mesh routers, where there's multiple satellites, where you have a combined SSID, and then this means that you will have the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz in the same network, so you will only have one network name to connect to. And then that means that if, let's say, 2.4 gigahertz happens to be faster than the 5 gigahertz due to some lag every couple of seconds, it will automatically change to the 2.4 gigahertz to run off of until the 5 gigahertz is faster, and then it will change back to that. Now, this works really well in things like computers and consoles, where it will provide a very more stable connection. And at the same time, there's a lot of phones, and especially the Quest, which can't handle that. And then after a while, it will kind of get confused with what network it's supposed to connect to and what is the thing that it's supposed to connect to, because the same SSID keeps alternating between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So this will then cause your Quest to get really confused and completely lose your Wi-Fi connection. Now, luckily there are a couple of fixes for this depending on your situation. Now, the best fix for this obviously will just be not combining the two networks. So basically just separating the 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz network, so it will have two different networks to sign into depending on which one you want to use. Now, yes, that is the easiest solution, but not all routers allow you to do that. In my experience, a lot of mesh routers, for example, because they have to have a constant connection to different satellites and stuff like that, and other stuff I don't really understand, they need to have those two combined, and that means that you cannot just turn off the 2.4 gigahertz, or separate them really to have two different Wi-Fi networks, to my knowledge, although there might be a fix around that. But after tinkering around with my mesh Wi-Fi a little bit, I don't seem to find a solution for that. Now, for people who can't use that to fix their problem, there's also another quick fix for that. Thank you for Cantina1 on Reddit for bringing this to my attention. But apparently there's a sideload app called swifi. Now, we're basically on Android. You have an app called swifi, which lets you to fix to either 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz networks. Now, this means that you can basically make sure that you use Wi-Fi always, and make sure that you are on 5 gigahertz network instead of alternating between those two. So it will basically just make sure that you won't have any weird changes in your network, and that won't confuse your Quest then, and it will basically prioritize a certain network traffic. Now, how you do this is basically you just use any Android device with an app called APK extractor, and with that you extract the APK for Wi-Fi. Then you use your sidequest and presumably in developer mode Quest, and you will then drop your Wi-Fi to your Quest. And then after that you can use a sideload TV or sidequest TV, which is basically just a sideloaded version of Oculus TV where you can play Android games and stuff like that. So you open it Wi-Fi from there, because it won't show up in your unknown resources to my knowledge. So you have to use the sidequest TV for this. So then after you have done that, you then turn the Wi-Fi on, and then you click, let's say, the box that says prioritize 5 gigahertz connection to make sure that it won't have any problems